Well, now, Pecos Bill was born in the usual way to a real nice cowpoke and his wife, who were journeying west with their 18 children. Bill's mom knew right from the start that he was something else. He started talking before he was a month old, did his teething on his pa's bowie knife, and rode his first horse just as soon as he learned to sit up on his own. When he started to crawl, Pecos Bill would slither out of the wagon while his mama was cooking supper and wrestle with the bear cubs and the other wild animals that roam the prairies. Yep, the whole family was expecting great things of little Bill, till they lost him in the drink. Seems they took the wagons over to Pecos River while Pecos Bill was taking a nap, and he got bounced out the back and swept downstream before anyone missed him. If he hadn't taught himself to swim right quick, he would have been a goner. Right about the time Pecos Bill was drying out and trying to get a fix on where he was, a mama coyote came along and decided to adopt the poor waif and raise him with the rest of her pups. So Pecos Bill spent the first 15 years of his life running around with the coyote pack, howling to the moon, chasing prey across the prairies, having the time of his life. Pecos Bill plumb forgot about all his real family, till the day he turned 16 and his older brother come along. He was punching a herd of longhorn cattle and brought them down to drink from the Pecos River. Old Cowpoke took one look at Pecos Bill and knew he'd found his long-lost brother, on account of he looked just like their ma, who died of a broken heart after they lost little Bill in the river. "See here, ain't you Pecos Bill, my little brother?" demanded the Cowpoke of Pecos Bill when he came jumping over a giant log to run about in the field and howl at the moon. "Don't think so," said Pecos Bill. "I'm a coyote. Listen to me howl." And Pecos Bill let out a horrendous shout and scampered about the field on all fours. He scared the herd so bad the longhorns almost stampeded. "You stop that," Bill's brother shouted after he got the cattle calmed down. "Tell me this. How come you ain't got a long bushy tail if you're a coyote?" Now that was a tricky question. Pecos Bill thought about it for a long time. "I got fleas," he volunteered, "and I howl at the moon." "Everybody in Texas has fleas and howls at the moon. That ain't no excuse," said his big brother. "Anyhow, you can walk upright like a normal person you can talk to. That ain't what a coyote does." "I guess you're right," said Pecos Bill. "Of course I'm right. I'm your big brother and I ought to know," snapped the cowpoke. "It's about time you stopped fooling around on the prairie and became a cowboy like the rest of us." Now, that made good sense to Pecos Bill. So he bid farewell to the coyote pack and went out west with his brother to learn to be a cowboy. As soon as he learned the ropes some, Pecos Bill began to realize that cowboys needed some new tricks to help them cope with stubborn longhorns. Cowboys kept getting the cows mixed up, which made the owners mad. So Pecos Bill invented the branding iron, so they could put a mark on each cow telling everybody who owned it. Then he noticed that the other cowboys were having trouble making the wilder cows behave. Now whenever Pecos Bill saw a cow misbehaving, he'd jump on its back and ride it until it had bucked and kicked itself into behaving better. But the other cowboys weren't so skilled as Bill, so he invented the lasso to help them tame them wild cows. Pecos Bill's brother was right proud of him. "Not bad for a kid raised by coyotes," he told his baby brother. "In another couple of years, you'd be the toughest cowboy in the world." And you know what? He was right.
Thank you, my friends, for joining me for our story today. Your time is very precious to me. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. And share our little get-togethers with your friends. All of these things are incredibly helpful to get our stories out to more friends. I had such a wonderful time with you all today, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow, where I will read a new tale and invite you once again to stay a while and listen.